Wait, how can watermelon be high on the glycemic index but still low in glycemic load? If you've ever been confused by these two terms, you're not alone. Let's break down the difference between GI and GL and why it matters for your blood sugar and energy levels. Hi, my name is Nihal and I'm a registered dietitian. Welcome to another animation video where we make nutrition simple and practical. Today's topic is another important one. We've already touched on different types of carbohydrates and mentioned that not all carbs affect your blood glucose in the same way. Now, we're going to dive deeper and clarify the concepts of glycemic index and glycemic load. These two terms often get mixed up, even though there is a clear difference between them. Understanding both can help you make smarter food choices, especially if you're focused on blood sugar balance and metabolic health. Let's begin with glycemic index. Glycemic index, or GI, tells us how fast a food raises your blood sugar. The scale goes from 0 to 100. Low GI foods raise blood sugar slowly. Think lentils, apples, and yogurt. High GI foods raise it quickly, like white bread, cornflakes, and instant rice. But glycemic index doesn't tell you how much you're actually eating. It's based on a fixed amount of carbs, not a normal serving. The GI of a food is determined by feeding people enough of the food to provide 50 grams of available carbohydrates, excluding fiber, and then measuring blood sugar response over 2 hours. The standard 50-gram carb portion used for GI testing can be much larger or smaller than typical servings. For example, you would need to eat an unrealistically large amount of carrots or watermelon to reach 50 grams of carbohydrate, making the GI value misleading in the real life. Glycemic load, or GL on the other hand, gives a fuller picture. It combines how fast a food raises blood sugar with how much carbohydrate is in a typical serving. Watermelon has a high glycemic index, but a small slice has low glycemic load, so it's fine in moderation. White bread, high GI and high GL, it spikes blood sugar fast and hard. Chickpeas and apples, low GI and low GL, gentle on blood sugar. That's why choosing foods with a low glycemic load is a smart strategy, especially if you're managing blood sugar, insulin resistance, or energy levels. Here's the bottom line. Glycemic index tells you how fast a food raises your blood sugar. Glycemic load tells you how much it raises your blood sugar based on a normal portion. For better energy and blood sugar control, focus on foods with a low or medium glycemic load, like beans, non-starchy vegetables, and some fruits. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, follow for more evidence-based videos that make nutrition simple and practical.